Good morning, Pillow Talk with Pink. My name is Antoinette Sellers. I am Pink. I am an independent presidential candidate for 2024. Vote Pink in 2024. Wow, I was looking at a commercial and I think it was Aaron Rodgers. He was doing a shoe commercial or a golfing commercial about a drive or something like that. And he says, look what, let me look and see what kind of drive you gave him. What is it, 10, 10? It's a now 9.5. And I start laughing. It's so beautiful. I always looking for ways to shorten the drive. Always, always. Um, and sometimes I even take things with me so I don't have to take the drive. Maybe he should have considered that. Um, Vote pink in 2024. Pink is not just a color, it is a lifestyle. I was reading something, I'm still on weaponization, Social Security, and Medicare, unemployment. So I'm still focused on those things. Those are my four things, topics. Um, I looked at Social Security and Medicare, the fundamentals of it, when it first started, what was the reason behind starting it, and how it came about funding it. And now I'm looking at it today as the Republicans discuss the spending depth and extending it from 12 to 15 months as it relates to Social Security and Medicare, which I think the 15-month period would be an excellent idea. Also, I looked at the unemployment taxes, and as people rolled out of the full-time unemployment sector, there I was wondering what happens to the tax funds they put in. It's used for other people, it's kept there, it's used for employment and various other resources, but maybe part of it can be rolled out and rolled over as a benefit package for them when they go into Social Security, disability, or Medicare. So there's an option to roll something over for them out of their employment taxes. Some people work forever and never get to file unemployment, and some people have to file unemployment in between because they work seasonal, or they're just not able to find and sustain a job for long periods of time. And these funds are there and made readily available for them for the 26-week period. Um, and it should be a way for them to roll it out and roll it to them, even in the form of maybe a stimulus benefit, non-tax stimulus benefit while they're getting the Social Security Medicare benefits or the SSI Medicare benefits because they work, not saying roll out all of it, but maybe in increments to kind of help them survive because they too are struggling with the price of medication, housing, food, and clothing. So that's important, and that is an option, or to roll it over in their benefit package. But if I understand that if they roll it over in their benefit package, then they would have to make allowances for the dollar amount they're able to receive other supplemental income benefits, even the insurance card that allows people to shop at the store for not only food, clothing, but all their personal hygiene needs or personal needs. So they might want to raise the allowed benefits even for SNAP for them to be able to still receive SNAP. That would be an added bonus for them too. Because if they're at a cap, say SNAP ends at 1850, if you get more than 1850 for Social Security, Medicare, then you cannot get SNAP. A lot of times they look at that and they give you $2 or $3 left, so you'll still qualify for SNAP, thinking it would help you or help benefit you. But in some instances, it will not. What can be done is the SNAP allowance for these people, these particular people, to be raised in reference to them still being able to receive SNAP of $100, $200 and still receive their benefits, or minimal SNAP, what they give to those people that lack employment and things like that. That would be an added help, because I know a lot of them are still paying mortgage payments, home insurance, and various things. And the funds would be more feasible at that time, but they still have to feed themselves. And that's a good way for us not to worry about them being able to feed themselves, is to raise the allowance amount, benefit allowance amount for them on that end, as opposed to anything else. So even if they roll over part of their unemployment and give them a stimulus or add it to their benefits as a rollover, an extra $200, $300 a month, then they can also roll out, and it would be for a short period of time, because that unemployment allowance or taxes that they put in, it won't last for years, but they can get it for quite, I mean, for like 10 or 20 years. It won't last that long, but they can kind of do something for them so they can get an extra 100, 200, $300 in reference to their Social Security disability or something like that, and then go back and raise the SNAP allowance. So instead of being able to not get SNAP after 1850, they can get it up to 2000. Then they will qualify still for the SNAP and that extra $200 for that 1 year, 2 year period, or however long. It depends on how long they work. And then two, it all won't roll out, maybe three quarters or even half, or a little bit more than half will roll out, and the rest, it will stay in the unemployment bank so it can contribute to other people's employment, pay for the workers resources and different things like that. So there is one option as to that. I did look at that. And if you go back and you look at unemployment, when they gave out the PUA, or it came from that unemployment tax. That's where the PUA benefits for the stimulus PUA, or whatever you want to call it, came out. It came out of the unemployment taxes, or it should have came out of the unemployment taxes. So remember that, trying to think of ways to utilize money that's already there, as opposed to uh, pulling out money or asking someone else to actually give money. Use some of the funds that's already there, that's not being allocated for something, or being inappropriately allocated to something else. There are options. I was looking at that. That's a serious thing to look at, because when the baby boomers, they're starting to go out, and then they're going out at a much higher rate than other people, but still they have that overhead or their bills, and it's forcing them to come back into the workforce or work greater than allowed hours to even receive those benefits, and that's not a win-win situation. So trying to create some form of balance where they can still work in the workforce and still get food. And that's a huge thing, because we don't want to starve anything. They always say in America we waste a lot of food, but we still have a lot of people that are not being fed. They say in America our demand and supply needs are met for housing, but we still have a lot of people that are homeless. So these are things that I'm looking at tackling. Vote Pink in 2024. My name is Antoinette Sellers. I am an independent presidential candidate for 2024. And as usual, I'm on Social Security, Medicare, unemployment. It's a huge issue, and it's one of the major issues for the American people, whether immigrant, illegal, or citizen. It is very important that you're able to house, feed, and clothe not only you, but your family. So we have to look at these things and these issues. And I noticed that Minnesota was giving out identification IDs to people that lived there that were migrants and things like that. And that's a win-win situation, because at least they know where they are, they're there, and they can receive funding and allocate funding in their budget for those people that they allowed to be there as migrants. And everyone should follow suit, because we have to add them to the census and get a head count and a whereabout count. So that's very important. That's a great idea. Hats off to Minnesota for leading the front line for that. I also read something on weaponization. It was back in 2015, and comparing something that was going on in another country, and and the economic censoring and the various things where hmm, uh, to control climate control, population control, weaponization were used. And it kind of turned my stomach at first. So let me keep reading it. Maybe I'm missing it, but I'm still reading it, and I will go over weaponization again. As I told you, I always look at things as it relate to me and mine, and hopefully somebody can get some form of understanding of what I'm trying to deliver. And if not, you're always welcome to email me at bpsrealtyas@gmail.com, pillow talk with pink at gmail.com, bpshealthcareas1, pink, the number 4, press, press, 2024. So I have all those available for you. Or you can text me or leave me a voicemail at 260-645-5200. And I will get back to you. It gives a spinned out text to you, and it says, how may we at BPS Realty and Healthcare Group be of service to you and your family at your time of need, or something into that nature. But I will get back to you. And if you immediately text back, say you're looking for what I posted for free cars and seeing if they still have any free cars available, that's freecharitycars.org. So that's you put your name on, plug it into the internet, and then click apply, put your name, your information, true phone number, email, and so they can get back to you. And then you give a brief synopsis of your hardship so that can come out to you and try to get done. You also know that Catholic Charities is always selling cars in various locations. And some of the veterans, they have car lots where they put their cars when they go out on duty and stuff like that, and they put them up for sale. I know in Las Vegas they have a place like that, and a couple of other places, because I actually visit. If you ever saw me on the motorcycle, the Harley motorcycle, that was at one of those veterans places where I went to, and the veteran had just bought the motorcycle. I'm getting out, oh, this is so nice, and I'm riding around. It was so much fun, you know. You buy things and you help people and support those who support you and care for you. That's how I was taught. So that's why I'm always looking around and trying to go places where the funds go towards people on front line or in the military and things of that nature. And definitely the Cancer Society, my group is Shriners, and different things like that. They say you ought to pick up St. Jude too. I said, oh, well, maybe. But at any rate, my name is Antoinette Sellers. I am Pink. Welcome to Pillow Talk with Pink. And Shriners is my group. I worked there as a respiratory therapist in St. Louis, Missouri, a long, long time ago. And that's why they're my little group. They're my babies, my group. Um, as I said, so I was talking about Social Security, Medicare, and rolling over funds from the unemployment taxes and benefits and things like that. So that's where I came up with that actually. Hopefully that will help out with Congress, Senate, various organizations and private and public sector that are working on things in reference to that. As far as social media, we weaponize it all the time, targeting different things like, let's say TikTok, because it is a form of China and things like that. They may consider that as a form of weaponization and them being targeted, where we're saying that we're going to shut it down or censor it for the American people. But honestly, in reference to sharing information and different things like that, I found some really nice broadcasting from Parliament and various organizations, NASA, and different things that were on TikTok and various other social media places that were very beneficial to not only myself, but to Americans and non-Americans, allies, non-allies that, want to peep things out. And that's why a lot of things were targeted and being censored, because they didn't want so much information going out so rapidly and so fast. So it wasn't to kind of keep you out of the loop, but it was to protect you. And so when we're doing climate control, weaponization, and various things, it's done for the protection of the society as well. Now going back and unemployment. Everybody's posting jobs and saying they have jobs and people are coming out. They're doing a lot of seasonal work, and I noticed some people are starting to have daily pay and different things going on. Even the nursing agencies with shift key posts various jobs for healthcare providers, and they sign up and then they go to those positions. They're posted every day. So a lot of things are done so you can supplement and bounce around and kind of get your feel of things even before you take a job. So those newbies who just graduate, look at shift key, daily pay, and different things so you can go around without blemishing your work history and kind of check things out before you take an assignment, take a temporary, and see if you're the right fit or you're the fit for them and they're the fit for you. Because when you're going out and you're interviewing for a job, you're not only allowing them to interview you, but you're interviewing them as well. So keep that in mind and come with a positive and you know you have to feed and clothe and house your family, but you too should be happy in what you do. And that's real important that you find some form of happiness in what you do. My name is Antoinette Sellers. I am Pink, and I just want to say thank you so much for the opportunity of being on the presidential ballot. I've been on the ballot since September 22nd, 2022. Vote Pink in 2024. Don't even think about it. Allow the delivery system to take effect and SAR with Pink. Surveillance, amend, repair, remove, rebuild to make America healthy again. Have a great day.